Hey Fritz,
Hey Dad.
are you ready to build our model?
Yep.
Okay, so let me show you what we got so far, right? So from the last episode, we did get part number 1, right? Step number 1, I put the nuts in here, right Fritz? And I did get some clear parts glue. This is the special clear parts glue, right? And you use this for clear parts, and I put a few dabs in here, and this will turn white when it dries. So if you could see, get it to zoom in right here, it will dry clear, okay? Because if you use this other model glue, the parts will get cloudy. It'll be like this cloudy when it dries, okay? So we did make one modification on step number 1, right? Is we decided to leave these pieces out. And we did that because we're supposed to be clear, and these are not clear, right? And I don't see anything in here that it really helps with, because they'll go in here, but it just blocks your view, and I don't think anything sets in it. So from looking to the other steps over here, I don't see them being used for anything, right? So I guess we'll find out. If they're really used for something, then we will find out, right Fritz? Okay, so here we move on. So now we're going to be on step number 2, and we're going to get these parts, number 63, right? So can you get the parts for me?
63.
Okay, and let me show you why we need to use clippers to clip this stuff. So the problem, Fritz, is on these little part trees, if you just yank the part off, it'll take part of this with it. It'll take part of the part with it, instead of leaving the chunk here. It'll pull it from here. Do you want me to do one and show you?
No.
It won't look very good. So that's why I use a pair of clippers or a pair of scissors and just trim them off right at the flush edge. So when you do that, you get the chunk on this side, and then you can either file it or trim it with something. And I got my little files, so thanks Fritz. So I got my little files, and we can work on that. This is kind of hard to do on that one. Okay. So we got one done, and how many to go? 1, 2, 3, 5 to go. All right, so let's get this done. Ready? All right. All right, so we are ready here on step number 2 to fit this guy in, right? And I did glue some of these together. Right, Fritz? And I did, I have to scrape some of the glue off of these insides because it won't fit in here correctly. Like, you know what? Because I'm going to do it like, I'm going to hold, here, why don't you, can you hold these up for me? So.
No, they go up from the under.
Oh, they're supposed to go up from the under. Well, that was the reason why these parts fell out when I did this last time. Okay, let's get them kind of scooted in there. Okay. See if I can get them scooted that way. There we go. Like that. Now let's see. Oop, there we go. We fit in there. And let's make sure it turns. This is probably the most critical part of the whole thing, Fritz. Because, I mean, even with a real engine, it's the most critical part. We need to make sure that this thing can rotate fully without bowing out or messing up. Otherwise, our engine doesn't run, right? And I'm pushing it down on the table because otherwise these pieces that we glued in earlier would fall out, because they're pretty delicate right now, right? Because they fell out on a switch. And this is working pretty good. Look at it. Look. It's not like popping or anything like that. Okay, so do you want to do this part?
Yep.
You want to screw these guys down, so it looks like they just go on top there, and it says use the long screws. Here's another problem with this model. It came with this flathead screwdriver, but the screws were not flathead, they're actually Phillips, right? Okay, very, very, very gentle, so you don't pop those guys out. In fact, I could see how this is a total problem, because those nuts come in from the other side. So if you push it too hard, it'll just pop right out, right through the bottom. We finished step 2, right? Okay, so we've got this together. We've got all the screws in it, right? And we can make sure that this thing rotates all the way around, which it does, and it doesn't bind anywhere
We need this.
or
this gear,
mess up.
where you're putting your
Okay.
hand, you snap a gear on.
You snap it in there?
No, you
I think
push.
do you glue it in there?
No, you push it on.
Okay. Does that have any? I guess that doesn't have any glue in it.
It says no
Wow,
glue.
that's very tight. This is such a tight fit. I mean, this is hair's widths of a tight fit. So all of these things have to be absolutely perfect, and this is the most critical part of this engine. So this is a difficult model already. This has taken me a lot of my skills to put this thing together.
And now we're gonna
Perfect.
put these.
Oh, now we get to do the pistons. Look at this. Okay, so step 3 is we got all the pistons out, and then we need these little rods here,
That
right?
is
And they go
right here.
through these guys, right?
All right, Dad.
So,
Snip.
note, rods facing rearward. Press fit parts together. Okay, so let's flip this guy over, and we will get, see, it looks like they're alternating, and then we can get the pistons in here. Gotta make sure which way they're alternating. Looks like on this one, yeah, it looks like this was there, and it makes a difference, Fritz, which one goes where, of which one goes, right? Otherwise it's not gonna, the engine's not gonna work. You got it? Okay, so we're gonna get those on. So we finished the pistons, right? And now we're on step number 4, and we need these 2 parts to go in here. These are so delicate in here because these want to come right out. There's an easy way to pop them in, and they don't go in the other way because I guess one of the holes is bigger than the other side. Watch out, you're in the whoop. Okay. So I guess put this one through first. What do you think? Or should we glue them together first? Or are we just gonna dry fit it? Guess we're just dry fitting it first before we glue. Might be a good idea. This is hard. This is definitely a 2-person thing. Okay. Oh. Fritz, you can't see because your shirt's in the way. Got it in there?
Mhm.
You know, we should have put this one against the other one. It might have been easier. There we go. That's good. Oh. Wait. I got. We could push it in there with this. Push it in there with this. Trying. It's not coming on this other side. Come on, get in the hole. There it goes. Got it in there. Okay. Now, I'll try to. It doesn't want to catch. There's something not sticking. Ah, you know what?
What?
See this plastic piece sticking out here? Right here? See that? Because we didn't cut that flush good enough. See that part sticking
Well, that
out
part
right there?
just came off.
No,
It
well,
was.
yeah, but we're gonna have to we have to drill that down. Okay. So what we did is we glued down these 2 pieces together with real glue. Okay, not the fake glue. And we went ahead and did the other side as well, right? So that way you can sit and get ready for a bit. So, okay, so let's try to put this back on here. And I'm going to need your help for this. This is a two-person project to do this. This is really tough. To get all these in here without them falling apart. Kind of try to. I don't know. This one's coming out. Maybe if I had put them on put these little piston things on the right sides, maybe it would have been easier to do. Okay. Looks like we're almost there. What's it holding on?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Ah, so it's fell out.
And it's on this guy.
On that guy? Okay. Okay. Oh, I think we're off. There we go. Something tells me that something's wrong. Where's it on there? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hold it and see if now you can turn it before we glue anything. Make sure we got it the right sides. Look good? Looking good so far? Okay. Well, I think what we want to do, Fritz, in order to glue this thing, instead of taking it all the way out, because if you put the glue in and then put this piece on it, we're going to get glue everywhere. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to have to team this together and kind of just
Well, when this piece gets on,
yeah,
it's gonna seal it shut.
Well, doesn't look like it. It said glue.
On.
Look, it said right here. It said glue. See? It said glue. You're supposed to glue this down to here. Okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up a little bit. Like that. And then now I'm going to put a bead of glue on this bottom part. So that way the pistons are still in it. Right? You're still in there? Hopefully I'm not. I can barely see what I'm doing here. Any glue in there? Glue's going in there?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now that I got that, now I'm going to do...
little tiny dots.
Yeah, just enough to... Okay. Okay. Looks like it's in there. Whew! Alright, now we need to hold this together for the next, 6 or 8 hours. Can you do that? Can you hold it like that for 6 or 8 hours?
No, it's basically 6.
I'm just messing with you. That could be that long. It'll be long enough to, and then maybe if I can, here, I'll put it like this. There we go. That's good. The weight of it will glue it together. Okay, so we're gonna take a little break. Okay.
Alright.
All right, and then we can put the other side. Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! It's gluing. It's gluing. It's gluing. It's gluing together. Okay, and we gotta find the other one of these. This one fell out. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. So we've let this dry for a while, right? And we put these back on. Watch out, your head's in the way. Head's in the way. And I found a way to make these stick in here better is to put a dab of glue in the piston and then put the shaft in there and now it sticks. But we were just talking about that this is the complete opposite way you would really build an engine in real life. The case and stuff is, this is fixed. This is a solid piece of metal. And then you would make the pistons and you would push them in. So we're doing it like the opposite way that you would normally make an engine, right, Fritz?
You start with the crankshaft part.
Well, this casing is one solid piece of metal, and it would be, honed out, and it would be done. So essentially, we should make that first, and then you put the pistons in together and the rods and the crankshaft, and you set all that into it. So that, you know, that was the real way you would make an engine. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue this together, and this will be it for today, right? And let this kind of glue and sit itself. And it looks like we didn't need those plastic pieces in there. See, right? We write that we didn't need those in there. Yeah, because it didn't do anything other than obstructing your view. All right, so let me make sure this all fits in here really good.
This is where the
What? Yeah. Where are you? Well, it's gonna go in there. Yeah, like in there at some point when we get the camshaft.
The camshaft in it, and I believe that turns the whole thing.
No, it doesn't turn. It turns the valves, but we'll get to that. All right, Fritz. So this is it for part 2. So we will see you later, right, Fritz? And maybe Fritz will make a Minecraft video today, right, Fritz? Okay, we'll see y'all later, right, Fritz? Bye. Bye. Don't break it.